Hello, everyone, and welcome to the HHW Show podcast featuring Hector V and myself, Ovi1. It's another great episode coming up, and I am so excited because we're so much closer of heading to WrestleMania. But before we do that, we got one more premium live event, and it's no other than the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, a steel structure that just changes the aspect of everything that what you think you know about wrestling when you get in that cage. It's not your ordinary steel cage match.
No ordinary there. But listen, a lot has happened, and I tell you what, Royal Rumble, Jey Uso becomes the winner,
Mhm.
or shall I say, he is the winner of the Men's Royal Rumble 2025. And I wish I saw that coming because everything makes sense now after he won. And I say that because I know I made this comment a while back about the Yeet and about how that movement's shaking up like Daniel Bryan did for the Yes movement.
Mhm.
And it seems like it's that type of story again, where many fans are really wanting to see Jey Uso win a title shot. He may get that opportunity for WrestleMania.
Yeah, I feel like I'm almost speechless like he was. You know what I'm saying? Um, he deserves it. He's come a long way. He's put in his dues. He put in his work to get to this point. You know, I did not see it coming, but as you got deeper into the Royal Rumble, you started seeing how things started panning out. It's like, okay, this could possibly be it for him, and now it's starting to come through to fruition about his nickname. He dubs himself as the main event Jey Uso because I
Absolutely.
was hard on him. You know, he kept on putting himself in the main event for title after titles, and he kept on falling short. And I was like, dude, why you call yourself the main event? Well, there's a reasoning why behind everything. There's a story behind everything, and this is why.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't wait till how this stuff will develop. Of course, it should get better. Hopefully it's not like last year when he had a match with his brother. That was really not very entertaining. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. I'm really excited which direction he will go to. I'm gonna tell you right now that I am 90% sure Jey Uso will choose Gunther as his opponent for WrestleMania.
I am on board with you. I just started thinking about that because, like you said, you didn't like the match he had last year. Well, look at the match that Gunther had last year. And, it goes to the old adage saying, what a difference a year makes.
Mm-hmm.
And a year ago at WrestleMania, Gunther dropped the Intercontinental title. Now he's the heavyweight champion, and now we're looking at him dropping another title in consecutive WrestleManias. So, it started making me think a little bit. Could this be Jey Uso's time, or is it just going to be another disappointment for him
Well, I
against
mean,
Gunther?
if that's the case, then WrestleMania is really a curse for Gunther,
Right.
right? I
Yeah.
mean, he won the world champion. I mean, the Intercontinental Championship. He's defended it for a long period of time. Then when WrestleMania comes, he loses a title. Now
Right.
he has another opportunity. He may lose it again. But what if it's just temporary? He loses it and gets it back. I mean, Jey Uso doesn't have to be the champion for a whole year.
Nah, you're right. I
Right.
mean, the minute you win it, you etched in history as a champion. And I think I've said this to you off camera before about Kane.
Mm-hmm.
Kane defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I think in the first blood match, he became champion that way. The next night on Raw, he defends the title, and Stone Cold gets it back. But Kane
Yeah.
will always be considered a former heavyweight champion. So
Right.
you're right. It doesn't have, you don't have to hold it for long.
Well, Jey Uso is going to be on SmackDown to talk to the WWE undisputed champion himself, Cody Rhodes. Okay. And with that, depending on who he chooses for to main event WrestleMania, we have the Elimination Chamber. And right now, John Cena and CM Punk are the two that are locked in the chamber for the next premium live event. The thing is, we need four more people. Now,
Yes.
this was my fantasy here. This is what I was hoping for because after what I saw at the Royal Rumble, I said, why not have these heavy hitters go at it? But that's not the case because one of the qualifying matches is Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio. We may see Finn Balor versus Seth freaking Rollins, and there's no telling what's going to happen with Roman Reigns, and the fact that we don't know what's going on SmackDown to see who or which superstars are going to be involved in the qualification match for the Elimination Chamber.
Right. And you're right. I think Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre will be the front runners that we think that will qualify, unless they throw a curveball. But again, they just stacking Raw to the point where SmackDown really doesn't have a heavy hitter. I mean, look, AJ Styles was just drafted into the Raw brand, so
Mm-hmm.
there's another big name and another big superstar drafted into that brand. Okay, I don't agree with you. Don't have a lot of heavy hitters on SmackDown, but then, yeah, you got to show for 3 hours. That to me makes no sense. But you got a lot of storylines you could build up on Raw, but you only give us 2 hours.
Two and a
I
half hours to be exact.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. I'm looking like Seth Rollins over there, like really. But
Mhm.
I mean, I don't see anyone else who could be front runners on the SmackDown brand to qualify besides those two gentlemen you got up there.
I tell you what, I think it cancels Roman Reigns for getting an opportunity for the world title against CM Punk, right? And if anything, Roman Reigns will probably dictate at who's his opponent, and I wouldn't be surprised if Roman Reigns interrupts the Elimination Chamber.
I could see it.
Honestly,
If
I
Seth
could.
Rollins is in it, yes.
It's yes, that's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Seth Rollins will qualify for this event, right? He's gonna go after his enemy, CM Punk, which is a distraction because that's gonna make him lose. CM Punk is gonna be distracted even more if Roman Reigns shows up. You got Drew McIntyre, who despises everybody. And I feel like the only two people that are going to be tangled is John Cena and Damian Priest. And what if all that, and again, I don't know if Damian Priest is in it, but what if he is and he gets a shot and defeats and pins John Cena? Is that the storyline that we're seeing from the face of WWE, the 23 years that he's been in the business and continuing to lose because he's on a losing streak?
Yeah, he is. And why? But why bring him back to put him through all this just to continue to lose? Yeah, he just lost the Royal Rumble.
But
I mean,
but look where he started, where everybody's heating up, right? It's almost like you coming out of retirement to try to get back into shape, right?
hmm
Like picture yourself as a 40-year-old dude who wasn't in the business for like 5 years in baseball. Then you try to come back. Who did that movie, Mister 3000? Bernie Mac.
Bernie
Remember
Mac.
that
Yeah.
movie, Bernie Mac?
Yeah.
Right? And it took him forever to get that one hit to
Yep.
make 3,000.
Yep.
Could John Cena be that guy and then later on win it? Because
You
he still
know,
got a whole year. That's what I'm saying.
with all the distractions with Raw has with each other as far as superstars, I
Hmm.
think he can fly under the radar and win this thing.
Who?
John Cena.
I mean, I'm going for John Cena, but if I was to pick a second winner, and if Damian Priest does get qualified to the Elimination Chamber, I wouldn't be surprised if Damian Priest wins. We saw Jay Uso on Raw. We could see another one on SmackDown.
I just feel like they're gonna brand John Cena as the blue brand.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I feel like they're putting John Cena on the blue brand here and make him a SmackDown superstar. I know he's
Well,
not signed with no.
you kept mentioning that they don't have no stars on SmackDown. John Cena could make his way to SmackDown, or he could be on both shows.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean
Mhm.
he has that autonomy in which he deserves it. I give him
But
that.
we will not see him anytime soon, or probably until the Premium Live event in Canada,
Yeah,
which is what, in 3 weeks or so.
something like that. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I mean,
And I think that just will fuel more fire on the Drew McIntyre. That you see John Cena going after Cody Rhodes. Um, I think it's just all pointing towards John Cena, regardless, to win win a title. If you
right.
take him out of the picture, a championship title picture, then I feel like all this is for nothing. Why are you going to go through all this to hype it all up, and you still don't win anything to end your career? I don't get it.
Maybe that's it. I mean, hey, it's all about investing in the company. It's still business. That's the
Yeah,
thing. The key word is business. He said it's best for business for him to main event WrestleMania, going after the world title. It sounds good, but you gotta win something.
that's
You
true.
gotta win a match.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I mean, you haven't done anything. It's almost like that one employee who
Mm-hmm.
sits around not doing nothing, but yet is automatically put in the employee of the month, running and almost guarantee to win it. That's what
Yeah.
John Cena is right now. It's like you pulling for him, but he ain't putting in the work to win a match or anything.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to give him. Look, I'm not a John Cena fan, but I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt here, dude. I'm trying. And yeah, he gets pushed. He gets kicked in the back, literally in the back, and falls
Mm.
on his feet and looks like like he just pooped his pants. That's how he looked when he fell on the floor. Like he
Oh,
just pooped his pants.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Um, Again, there's rumors out there. I don't want to believe it, but you got to win a match though. But you got this guy here, Logan Paul, who is him versus Rey Mysterio. The winner will advance to the Elimination Chamber and be joining with John Cena and CM Punk. But last year, Logan Paul got eliminated and took his frustration out at Randy Orton,
Mm-hmm.
and pretty much helped Drew McIntyre win the Elimination Chamber last year.
Right.
Okay. Could we see the same result? And then all of a sudden now we got John Cena versus Logan Paul.
I know you already mentioned that before too, and I do not like that. I don't want to hear that. To me, that makes no sense. I mean, that's just a slap in the face to John Cena for everything he's accomplished to put over someone like Logan Paul. No. Mm-mm.
I don't think he'll put him over though. I don't think so.
He shouldn't give him any kind of match or anything to for him to elevate his status as a superstar right now. No, he could do that with Seth Rollins or CM
Mm.
Punk or Roman Reigns, not a John Cena. No, not at this caliber of time with John Cena the way he's going out. No, I'm sorry, I don't agree with it.
Another possible match for a qualifying match is no other than Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, and they both have history, and
Mm-hmm.
it's dated back to the inauguration of the WWE
Universal.
Universal Championship. I was gonna say undisputed, but yeah, you're right.
There was red belt back
The
then.
red belt back then,
Yeah,
yes, yes. All right, moving on to the women's side of the house. Charlotte Flair wins the Royal Rumble for the ladies. She's going to main event WrestleMania, or is she just going to be in WrestleMania? Because everyone's throwing that name out. Main event WrestleMania. We know we got one main event, and that's not only that of Jey Uso, but if let's say John Cena's story checks out, he's going to main event WrestleMania. He's
right.
going to trump everybody.
Yeah,
So you'll see him on a Sunday night and Jey Uso on a Saturday night.
right.
Okay. And that leaves out another year because, again, last year, I don't. Did we have a woman main event last year?
Don't get me lying. I slept since last year.
Hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
It is
because
what it is.
because the thing is, Cody and Roman stole the show for a second
Yes,
consecutive
that's
year.
right. So
That's
they
what it
did
was.
not. They did
Yeah,
not. Right. That back to back years that the women's have not main event WrestleMania.
right.
Okay. Remember Stone Cold Steve Austin did with Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was like
Uh However, um yet I'm not really a big fan right now. Charlotte Flair winning. I had her win and I won that battle, but I'm still not happy that she won the Royal Rumble.
no. Her credentials don't match with John Cena's credentials. She was injured, and for you to push her just like that, coming off an injury, is not fair to those who are putting in the work while she was gone. That is not fair to her. I
Right.
mean, especially if, to me, which I feel like she's going to choose Tiffany Stratton, is not fair to Tiffy. It's not.
I don't. You know what's could be better. I think it would be better if Tiffany Stratton defended the title at the Elimination Chamber. I think that would be beneficial. Not so much as Charlotte Flair being in that match, but for Tiffy to defend that title to make it more prestigious. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because right
Right.
now she's just wearing it, right?
Yeah.
Um, so we don't know what direction she's going. Get the superstars involved and have her win the Elimination Chamber. That will definitely persuade Charlotte Flair to go after her. If not, why don't you just break the tiebreaker and go after Rhea Ripley?
Yeah,
I mean,
you could do that, but then again, I mean, I swear you're putting superstars on a scale. One side is Raw, one side is SmackDown. Is literally leaning like this. If you do that,
mm,
you're gonna put Flair. You already put AJ Styles there. You're gonna put Flair over there too. I
mm,
mean, then what's the sense of having a 3 hour show on SmackDown? You ain't
mhm.
got nobody over there.
You worried about personnel on which
Well,
show?
it is. You don't. You're not balancing the brand. You're not balancing things out. To me, you're
Mm.
not. I'm not interested in watching SmackDown because there's not enough story to enjoy a Friday night to watch it. And then you make it an extra hour on top of that. I was good with the 2 hours.
Yeah, actually, they should have kept it at 2 hours. Honestly,
Yeah, I'm just
yeah,
saying. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
I don't get it, dude.
You know, it is what it is. I got it.
Mhm.
But she will be on SmackDown and discuss and have talks with Tiffany Stratton, and then she's gonna go back on Raw, and then who knows what decision making she's gonna make. But I'm gonna tell you this: I just hope they break that streak of her winning at WrestleMania. That's all. That's all. But the Elimination Chamber is coming up. We're talking about superstars balancing on both Raw and SmackDown. My hunch is that Liv Morgan maybe ended up going to SmackDown. That'll be pretty interesting. I know a lot of people are saying that they're splitting it up, the Judgment Day and stuff like that with this transfer window. And if I'm not mistaken, ain't Dominic Mysterio going on SmackDown?
I think so. I think he is.
Yeah, but I won't be surprised if Liv Morgan goes and move to SmackDown only because we don't want to see her and Rhea Ripley again.
Right.
Okay, that one was an overkill, to be honest with you. Um, but should she win, my dream match is Liv Morgan versus Tiffany Stratton. I love to see that.
That'd be good.
Yeah,
I can accept that right there.
but let
Wow.
me ask you this: could you accept Liv Morgan, Tiffy, and Charlotte in a triple threat match?
I could. I could. Because now I'm seeing the advantage go to Tiffy on that one,
Mm,
in my opinion. Yes. If you want to put it in that situation, it favors her more, I
mm.
think, than a one-on-one match with Flair because right now nobody is favored against Flair one-on-one just because they're pushing her to win two more titles, become a 17-time champion. I don't know. This is ridiculous. How she
Well,
catch up with the John Cena that fast? I have no idea.
mm, well, I'll tell you what. The fans spoken, and going back to Charlotte Flair, you notice that when she made her appearance, everybody booed her.
Yes.
That's an indicator. We don't want her to be champion. I hope they listen. I hope
Well,
so.
they normally they. I mean, some. I think most of the time they do listen to the fans. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Qualification match. Now, this one had me scratching. Laura Valkyria is the Intercontinental Champion. To qualify for the Elimination Chamber, what happened to the prestigious belts that was supposed to be defended? Why are we having an Intercontinental Champion qualifying for the Elimination Chamber?
She has not done nothing since she won that
She
title.
just won the title. And then we're flirting with Ivy Nile. Make the match. Make the match. I mean, it's good. It's good for television. We like Lyra Valkyria. We don't want her ruined. I mean, Vince McMahon ruined her when she was with those tag teams. The little so-called, I don't even know. What was their name?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Hmm.
No. I liked it when she was coming up the main roster and she was side by side with Becky Lynch. That was like, oh my God, here's the next star coming to WWE. And then she got a setback, right? Okay, now she won the Intercontinental Championship. Have her defend the title. Let's
Yeah.
go. But then on the other side of SmackDown, it's the same thing. Chelsea Green is the United States champion. She's not defending the title.
Well, to her
Wow.
defense, she has more than
Whoa.
Valkyria has.
Well, Minchy,
Yeah,
Minchin.
yeah. But at least she did it, though. She
Yeah,
successfully defended
ah,
more than Valkyria.
that's true.
Uh,
In a
it,
sense, that's true. But I mean, let's continue on. I don't understand why we have to qualify them. Have their own match, have their own story, drive it in another direction, and it'll be fine. Um, should Lyra Carrier lose, then what good is she to have that belt?
exactly. It makes no sense for her to have that title if she loses to Bailey. Granted, Bailey is an established superstar, Grand Slam champion, all that. But to be a newly crowned inaugural champion and then to lose, it makes no sense. That
Or
just tells me that Ivy now probably would do better with that title around her waist.
let's just say this happens. Should Bailey defeat, which I more than likely I think she's going to win. If Bailey was to beat Lara Valkyria, and then Bailey doesn't win the Elimination Chamber, we can see these two go at it for the Intercontinental Championship.
I would like that. I would like that.
A win's a win. A loss, well, maybe she'll change her route to go after her because neither of these two superstars, in my opinion, are winning the Elimination Chamber.
Correct.
And Bailey, for some odd reason, is on a losing streak starting off this year in 2025.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, ever since she lost the title, she
mm,
hasn't been retained
the Street Profits are back
aggressively. Yes,
aggressively and will make no sense as to why they had to interfere with this match. A lot of people are saying, oh, because what happened, how they got put out. I don't care. Why couldn't you wait for the winner of the match and then go after them? Now you're forcing an at the minimum a triple threat match for these three tag teams. Why? I mean, what happened to the traditional let's go head to head and battle? Okay. We're trying to recreate the time where we had the tables ladders match type tag teams. If
that
it is, it's not
it's
it's
not
not very
working.
entertaining.
It's not going to be successful. That was a
No.
different time. Those are different
Hmm.
tag teams. No, I mean I like the aggressiveness towards the Street Profits. You want the smoke? Yeah, we gained the smoke, but uh, yeah,
And how do we feel about the Street Profits? Are they going to be the good guys or the bad guys? I mean, I'm confused as to where they're going because once I thought since their attitude changed, same as the New Day, you would think that they will be bad, but the fans are still cheering.
Well, remember what I've said before with Montez Ford and Bianca Belair being husband and wife. You will not see one heel, one face. You're gonna have to turn both. That's what they did with what's her Gargano's wife. She's over there with
Mm.
Nia Jax. She was
Candice LeRae,
Candice
right?
LeRae went heel, and you seen Gargano playing face for a little while until he turned it on the Motor City Machine Guns. You see,
Yeah, that was
so
a good turn though. That was a good
right,
one.
so
Yeah.
and to my defense, I like it because I already said in my that Bianca was going to turn because she's the one that attacked Carhill. So to
Mhm.
me, my storyline fits that the Street Profits could turn heel because Bianca's going to turn heel. That's how they. I think that's how they do it in the WWE. I've not
Mm.
seen a couple, be the opposite, one fan favorite and one not. I've never seen that. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
But I like it. I mean, I like the seriousness. They're not doing the solo cup thing anymore. All this. They're being serious. They're trying to get back to their winning ways and becoming tag champions like they were before.
As they should. As
Yeah,
they should.
yeah.
Yes. All right, let's move
Indeed.
on to the biggest story of them all, and that is Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes defeated Kevin Owens, and that was the most brutal match I have seen at the Royal Rumble in history. I don't think. I mean, tell me if there's another match equivalent to this one, but the way it ended with Cody Rhodes doing an Alabama slam on Kevin Owens through the ladder, and the way Kevin Owens ended up, I was like, oh my God, is this guy still alive or what?
Right.
All
He didn't
right.
even move.
I mean, that head looked like it was really stuck right in the ladder. Um, but anyhow, you can see at the photo here the image of Cody Rhodes looking down at Kevin Owens, but more so to Sami Zayn. Okay. Now it just seems like there were boys. It's almost like I'm noticing boys were boys and they're boys no more.
They
And
got
and then it reminds me of the speech that Paul Heyman said. Like in this business, we're not here to make friends. We're here to make money. We're here to do business, right? And I feel like that is the new theme into 2025 in the WWE. Everything's about business. And you heard John Cena say that as well, okay, during his post conferences. This is business. And there's been a lot of friendships, a lot of factions, a lot of, hey, come join my team and stuff like that. It's about to get real for 2025, and we're seeing it right now.
yeah,
Okay. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Everyone's questioning that. Next, now we're having these rivalries, and this is one of them. This is the start of many to come. And right now, Kevin Owens, which targeted Sami Zayn. I'm gonna ask you as to why do you think Kevin Owens did that?
Well, first of all, he's not stable. I mean, for 20 plus years, these two been best friends. How many times he stabbed Sami Zayn in the back?
Mm-hmm.
You know, to me, that's not true friendship. That's not brotherhood. If you keep stabbing them in the back and then come back and apologize. Again, let's go back to where they were a year ago, tag team champions at WrestleMania, right? And now, because of your delusional thoughts, you want to attack your best friend and drop him on his head. Kevin Owens is not stable. He's never been stable. He will never be stable. He needs psychiatric help somehow. I mean, he's in a delusional world where he thinks everybody's out for him, even his best friend. He's going to blame Sami Zayn for not doing more at at the Royal Rumble to help him win that match. And so I think that's probably why he dropped him on his head. I
But
like
knowing Sami Zayn and knowing that this he should, if there's anyone that knows Kevin Owens better, is no other than Sami Zayn.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
why did he stick his neck out in that match in the first place? Why? You know this guy. You know what he's capable of. Why couldn't you just stay in the back? No, you decided to get up front, and everyone was hesitant as to will Sami Zayn interfere. Even though he didn't, his presence spoke louder than words. Why did you show up? And anything, Sami Zayn deserved that pile driver. Because when you go against Kevin Owens, right? And you like you mentioned, he's a psychopath. He's crazy. He needs help. He mentally ill. Then you shouldn't show up. You
You
know
know,
that already.
I think it's kind of difficult to say because, like, look at our friendship that we have, you and I. We know each other so well, and if one of us goes off the hinges, is it going to be easier said than done for the other one to say, I can't deal with you anymore"? We've built that bond, that relationship, and this could be a takeaway. I mean, right here and then and now. So we built that bond, that relationship that we know each other so well that we are hoping that my presence alone there will change things, change your attitude, change your perspective that, hey, I was here for you. Maybe not in the way that you thought it should have been, but I was still here for you. And even though you're a lunatic, with a straight jacket, I still love you enough to be there for you as a brother, even if it's emotional, supporting you emotionally and
Mhm.
not interfering physically. I think it's just that brotherly love that Sami Zayn has for Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens can't seem to realize that he's going to continue sticking out his neck for Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens doesn't seem to realize that until he's been pushed to that dark place to where he needs somebody, and he knows the only person he can rely on is Sami Zayn. You're right. There is a breaking point in everybody's life. Okay, and it went. Yeah, there should be a point to where enough is enough. Okay, there's been times in our lives together where I did not want to deal with you in certain situations, but I was always going to be there for you no matter how much you pissed me off. And I think that's just the way it was, where it is with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn's always going to be there no matter how annoying and dysfunctional Kevin Owens is. And to me, it seems like Sami Zayn's love for his brother, he's going to continue taking that punishment, even though he doesn't deserve it. Okay, he should have that breaking point, because if you always kept on dropping me on my head and I keep getting back up and coming to you, then people are going to say, well, Hector, what's wrong with you? Why you keep doing that?
Mhm.
When is enough when you keep getting dropped on your head? But yeah, I mean, you're right. But Sami Zayn probably shouldn't have been out there in the first place. I mean, that probably would have been the best solution. But
I mean, in my opinion, I thought maybe after the match he could have came
right,
and assisted in helping him.
right.
But I feel like in the match, maybe Kevin Owens was wanting Sami Zayn to like do something to Cody Rhodes for that he could get an advantage, right?
And that, to me, that's a small defense on Kevin Owens' part.
Hmm.
If
Right.
you're out if you're out there fighting, you see me show up, you're gonna expect me to do something, and you're gonna have
Hmm.
every right to be upset. Well, why are you gonna show up? You better, you best to just stay back there if you're not gonna do anything.
You
So
have a
yeah,
valid point there. You
yeah,
said a lot of valid points there, and I give it to you. You know, I get it. You're best friends. You're like brothers. From another mother. That type of relationship, and every relationship you have, it's either good or bad, but you
right,
still stick together. We
yeah,
still stick together. And I know Frank is not with us today, but we're all sticking together, right? Through whatever obstacles it comes to our way, we always find a way to manage. And
yeah.
let's see what happens between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. But after that, a brutal attack that Kevin Owens did to Sami Zayn, CM Punk was there for aid, and he was very emotional. Now, this may set up a stage on this because this is not the first time that Kevin Owens and CM Punk have talked to one another.
Hmm.
But could this be an icebreaker between the two where we can have a match? Will CM Punk give up his goal and go after Kevin Owens?
I would first love to see CM Punk go to SmackDown. I think that would light things up over there. But yeah, I mean, that would be a great match. Seriously, that would be a great
Mhm.
match between these two. I would think that CM Punk would take precautionary measures going into a match like this with somebody who's off the hinges. But yeah, let's do it.
Very so, because Look, man, I don't want to speak about age and all because even all those superstars are like over 30s and stuff like that. I mean, you got to be a true veteran, know what to do there in the WWE. But these guys, man, they got a lot of history. But these two together can't create history with one another.
Yeah.
But that's my back burner. As will these two tangle for WrestleMania? Or will Sami Zayn be back just in time to challenge Kevin Owens? Or with CM Punk, what is that favor again? Or let's put it this way: will somehow, some way, Kevin Owens gets involved in the Elimination Chamber?
Oh wow. As badly beat up that he is, for him to qualify and get in there, that would be something.
I mean, I'm sure that the general manager, all this, will discourage Kevin Owens from participating for what he had done to Sami Zayn.
Hmm.
Or will he be like, well, you did it on Raw? Maybe the general manager, Adam Pearce, may have something to do with it where you no longer on Raw anymore. Something's got to give,
Yeah.
right? Um, but another dream match I'm thinking about: Kevin Owens versus Jacob Fatu. Oh. There you go. Go ahead, man. Let me see that shirt, man. Let me see that
Yes,
shirt.
sir. Look at that, baby. Fresh off the hot press today. Came in today. Yes, sir.
Word.
The
That's what's
Samoan
up.
werewolf, baby. Even with the red eyes. Can you see his red eyes?
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, man. Let's zoom in real quick, man. There we go.
Yeah, look at that. The red eyes. I can't even do that right. You see it right? Okay. There we go, right there.
Mirror
Red
image, man.
eyes.
Mirror image.
And then you got the tongue, the red tongue right there. Samoan werewolf, baby. I love it. I love it. I like that tail. Look at that tail.
Yeah.
He huffs and he puffs and he blows your house down.
That's has always been his approach that way, right?
Yeah.
But let's see if maybe in the future that could be a SummerSlam type deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Not rushing things in there.
No, no,
All
no.
right. But here's another superstar we haven't mentioned yet. And again, Triple H did say that there could be more surprises coming up, but could it be due for these two to tangle? Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton.
If this is going to be the last push for Randy Orton, then why not? I
Mm.
mean, we already know the injuries, his real life injuries, are catching up to this guy. I mean, he's not going to have another world title shot anytime in his future, so he's going to probably be stuck at 14 forever. Why not let this be like one of his last hoorah against Kevin Owens, and let it be one like a street fight, Hell in a Cell, or something, to where it's going to put one down for good.
That'd be a
But
great match. What you said, man. Hell in a Cell, definitely.
but honestly, I think the way Randy Orton is, man, I think he's almost out the door. I mean, he has a great career, you know.
Him and John Cena, Brock Lesnar, Dave Bautista, they all came up together. And even though Brock Lesnar went in and out of WWE, went with another career, but David Bautista went out. He's an actor. John Cena's had part time and finally made a decision for this year to be his last year. I would like to see Randy Orton do his final tour because, after all, I mean, we always remember his fame with Evolution
Right.
when he when they betrayed him. You remember that? Triple
Yeah.
H betrayed him. And then he went on with that psychopath mind of his, hearing voices, the
Mhm.
rival with Triple H, with John Cena, or with Edge. Tag team. Now they were against each other. I mean, there's just so much that Randy Orton has done for the business. I think he deserves his tour, the RKO tour, the famous three letters.
Yeah, definitely.
YouTube sensational with every bloopers you saw on TV, on a video clips. Randy Orton was there, so
Yeah,
yeah.
and it could be arguably, the probably the best finisher in WWE history, the
Hmm.
way, he's utilized it. But dude, I mean, he's gained so much weight, he's looking slower. He's taken a 360 from his class of of OVW. He's taking
Mm.
he's a 360. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's getting older. You know, everybody's time is pretty much up. But the rest of the class looks healthy. He doesn't look healthy physically. I mean, seriously,
No.
it's not the same Randy Orton, you know. And I just think it's time for him to seriously set it aside. And if that means he has to go out with a bang against Kevin Owens, then let's do it. I'm all
I
for it.
I think there's more to it for Randy Orton. But other than that, the Elimination Chamber. This is my bootleg version of the Elimination Chamber. This is AI generated, so
Without,
excuse me for this.
without the pods, you got to
I
tag him in.
I think this is the small miniature of Hell in a Cell.
It's a he in the show.
There you go. Anyhow,
Oh,
listen, I mean, there's just so much. And if you're keeping up with our show and our podcast, you can also follow us on our website, hhwshow.com. I will go ahead. I mean, it's been a while since I set this banner up. I want to know if it's still working. Um, Man, actually, you know what? Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this. Our actual logo of HHW show.
mm.
I haven't done that in a while. Let me see. Oh, thank you, StreamYard, for this episode. That's what we use to do our podcast. There we go. Live CMG podcast. You know, Clovercrest Media. Won't forget them. So where we started our show. And in the bottom, you can see our website, hhwshow.com. You can tune in and find out the latest news and fantasy. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We have a WrestleMania fantasy that's coming up. We also have the Women's Cup the Women's Cup fantasy that's also coming up. There's a lot of stuff happening. After the Elimination Chamber, we're gonna go ahead and get ready because March Madness is coming around, and then we have plenty of time to be discussing each of these superstars, get to know who they really are, doing our research and everything else. Watching them on TV, so we could decide who advances, who doesn't, and really, it's just to shine like because there's a lot of superstars that haven't been on TV for a while that I
Mhm.
have on the list. So they're on the active roster. So why not find out more about them? And that is the whole purpose. But overall, I'm just curious who will win this year's WrestleMania fantasy tournament. Last year was Kurt Angle. Um, and for sure, we're going to have a new one because Kurt Angle's not on the list. So yeah, we put some TNA superstars in there too. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this tournament goes. And again, you all fans also have a vote in this. So let us know once it's established on the website. We're definitely going to let you know in advance so that way you too can fill out your brackets as to who advances to which round and all of the above. So I'm pretty excited on this.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it. Let's do it. March Madness, baby. March Madness mixed with WrestleMania, Las Vegas. I like the
Yeah.
gamble.
Viva Las Vegas. I don't even know if I should sing that song or stick with Hangover.
No, no. Elvis has left the building. No. Mm-mm.
Hangover's best, right?
Yes,
The
yes.
Hangover one. I don't like the sequels, but the first one, oh my god. I mean, I love that movie. Oh,
It was
I
fun.
maybe I need to replay that movie.
But we're not going to reenact that in real life. No,
No, no. Want to go to Vegas?
no, no.
Oh man. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. It is the HHW Show podcast live every week. Stay tuned also to our top 25 theme music. Going by the list of all our favorite superstars from 2024, rankings from 1 through 25. And of course, number one is always last on the list. But the theme music, it's so good that you could play it if you go to the gym. You still get pumped up, man. a good 20, 25-minute workout. You put that thing, the top 25 music, and that's it. That's a wrap, man. You're getting pumped because the music is great.
Yeah,
I love it. I love WWE theme music.
it's awesome. The way they carefully select that
Which
song
was your favorite?
right now.
Mm-hmm.
I like Roman Reigns. I like his. I mean, it just brings me chills, and just makes me want to put the ones up.
Oh yeah, I have a tie, man. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns.
Mm,
I mean, got it. When Cody Rhodes' theme music came out, I was jamming, but
yeah,
then I got a little bit tired of it, But I don't get tired from Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns. I don't.
right.
And then my third, you won't believe my third, The Miz. I still jam it to The Miz's theme music.
That's not bad. I mean, the
Mm.
Miz. I mean, he's a Hall of soon to be Hall of Famer. So yeah,
You
he's got to
you
go.
were gonna say a Hall of Soup,
A Hall of Super.
soup
I don't know,
sandwich.
but when you go original, Jay
Mhm.
Uso, does his own,
Right.
and so that's talk about
I mean, yeah, I'm
originality.
down with the yeet. I'm doing
I
down,
mean, he's
but
rapping his own theme music, so I like that.
I mean, we want to talk about rapping on. I mean, I'm gonna be, you know, tuning into John Cena's theme music. I won't forget back when he first broke out with that album. Um, my son burned the CD. I mean, if you took the CD out of the player, you can see the line circle. You know what? You can't see me. I'll be like, I can see the lines because that's how many times it was played. But I don't think a lot of our listeners know what a CD is. So, um,
You never
CD,
know.
remember CD Walkmans and use the cassette for the adapter.
Make sure it was stabilized so it doesn't skip when you're driving. Hit a
Oh, you
bump.
had to buy one of those stabilizer CD player. That's right. Or else it'll just skip it. You don't hear any music.
Mm-mm.
Yep. Oh man, bring it back to some old school stuff right there. It's in more old school when I say cassettes.
At least you didn't say A track.
Oh no, that was my father's generation, man.
Yeah,
I've seen them. It was phasing out when I was born. So
yeah,
yeah, they went for what 8 tracks to cassettes.
yeah.
Yeah, and then every time you record something on the radio, you know, damn DJs are always pew, pew, pew.
Gotta mess it up. I'm over here. Got
Mess it
everything
up.
ready.
Oh, but that's our show. We're wrapping it up. I mean, we continue on with our old school, but y'all get the deal anyway. Hector V and Ovi myself, thank you for watching. Take care, everyone. Let's enjoy some wrestling, shall we? Oh yeah.
The ones.